we're back with another video, another YouTuber. Now, this video is from 2010 February, okay? So, I don't actually know exactly when StarCraft II came out, but I think it was mid to late 2010. So this is what Terran could have been if the devs didn't change their mind last minute. So this is the first Terran gameplay video that Blizzard has released in 2010. Let's watch it. I want to show you guys this because some of the abilities that the units have are very interesting. And if you guys enjoy this one, we can check the Protoss and the Zerg ones as well. You can see that the depots and buildings look different. The barracks looks the same, but the command center looks different. And you'll see a bunch of different things as well.
These are the Terrans. They're flying their buildings in to set up their base, much as they would in the original StarCraft. Notice the command center here is holding 5 SCVs. This is a special new ability that allows the Terrans to rapidly expand or redeploy on the battlefield.
Rapidly.
You can see some buildings here that you may recognize. We've got our factory, which allows the Terrans to make a number...
This looks like skins these days, right? Like the dirty skins? That's what it looks like. Can you turn up the sound a bit?
Of
Is this better?
Vehicle units. We also have our barracks, which the Terrans use to create all of their infantry. You may notice there's some new add-ons attached to these barracks. The first of these add-ons is the Tech Lab. The Terrans use this to purchase high-tech upgrades. The Terrans also have a new add-on called the Reactor, which can be used to give an additional build queue to any building it's attached to. This effectively is doubling the production capacity of this barracks.
So they're explaining this. This is Dustin Browder, right? That was him. He was the main developer of StarCraft II. Now they're explaining these basic things like, oh, command center can lift SCVs now, and the barracks have tech labs because in Brood War that didn't exist. So they're like talking about new things.
This new add-on system also allows the Terrans to reconfigure their production on the battlefield.
Cougars,
you can lift
dude.
off this barracks.
Whoa!
This factory
Look at the
into its
bunker.
place.
Dude, look how stupid it looks. Do you see it?
And once the factory lands, that factory will gain the benefits of that tech lab, enabling you to build a number of high-tech vehicles and
Wait, what?
vehicle-related...
You guys can't see this. Look at this. You could have built Viking. Look at this. You can build Viking in factory back in the day.
A number...
Look, Viking. That's interesting. Huh. I didn't even know that. And you can build Diamondbacks. But those units don't exist anymore, but you're gonna see them in this video.
...of high-tech vehicles and purchase vehicle-related upgrades.
Okay. If I see something in the bottom right, I'll let you guys know.
Base defenses are still very important to the Terrans.
True.
We've got our bunkers, which of course will lit up with our infantry.
Look at that bunker, it looks so bad.
In addition, the Terrans have a new base defense. This is the sensor tower.
Wait, they had StarCraft 1 sounds, jacked up and good to go. Why don't we have that in StarCraft 2, by the way? We have the Brood War soundtrack. Why don't they put in the unit voices as well? That'd be cool.
Which the Terrans can upgrade into a radar tower. The
Look at
regular
this.
sensor tower detects enemy cloakers. But the radar tower allows Terran players to see enemy units moving in the fog of war. This is a powerful new ability that allows the Terrans to detect approaching enemy attackers and prepare for enemy ambushes.
Now, the question is, I feel like they should have kept that because I think that's kind of cool, right? I don't know, it's like gives sense of danger in a way. And I like that you can see clearly where the sensor tower is. Like I really like this. Where is it? I really like this, that you can clearly see it. Because I feel like it's a better indicator. These days you can see it too, but it's
new ability.
It's like
it allows the Terrans to
see-through
detect
almost.
approaching enemy attackers and prepare for enemy ambushes.
Yeah, this is a Velo, like the blue guy and the red guy is me. Right there.
The Battlecruiser is back in StarCraft II.
Look at that blood.
Battlecruisers can be upgraded to have their own special, unique mega weapon. Each Battlecruiser is upgraded individually. A popular choice is the Yamato cannon, which does significant damage to single enemy targets.
Oh, they shoot differently too.
Another powerful choice is the plasma array. This is an area effect attack against enemy ground forces.
Yeah.
To deal with these battlecruisers,
that's what we need.
Our Vikings. This is a new Terran tactical air fighter.
So there were two ways to upgrade battlecruisers: to have a Yamato cannon and to have that splash. Dude, imagine if battlecruisers had that. Holy.
It's armed
AOE
with two powerful missiles that it can use to engage enemy capital ships.
I think Vikings pretty much stayed the same. Like, their attack animation is different, but they stayed the same. I mean, they didn't really get changed.
The Viking can also deploy into an assault mode that allows it to move on the ground. You can imagine all of the different ways that you can use this on the battlefield. Of course, you can use it to avoid incoming enemy aircraft fire.
All the different ways you can use it.
You can also use the special assault mode to make devastating attacks on enemy bases. We're going to fly north now and look for our enemy base. And once we get into position, we're going to take our Vikings and we're going to transform them into their assault mode and continue the battle on the ground.
It's funny how the developers had these ideas of how are you going to use the units, but they just did not get used that way ever. I mean, maybe when you, like, you know, have nothing to do with them, but yeah.
Well, the Viking is a very flexible unit. It does have some drawbacks. It's very vulnerable to counterattack from a dedicated anti-ground unit like these siege tanks.
So this was back when Vikings didn't have bonus damage against mech. You can see how long they're shooting at the tanks and they're not killing them. Like, their damage against mech or mechanical units was so bad. Also, these depots look kind of nice, actually. I like these depots more than the ones we have today, to be honest. They look cool. Look how long it takes to kill the tanks.
That was simply too much firepower for our Vikings to survive, and we'll be forced to transform into our air mode and move away.
Anything is too much firepower for
these
Vikings.
Siege tanks, we're going to bring in our new Terran gunship.
Ooh.
This is the Banshee.
Ooh.
It fires a volley of rockets at enemy ground targets.
Look at that! Dude, what happened, Blizzard? Why don't we have that or the Battlecruiser? Dude, Terran having AoE damage? Wow. It had AoE. I didn't even know this.
We copy. Sir, zone, sir.
I like that voice as well. They removed those too. Look at that.
All over it.
Why is the tank not shooting at the Marines? Dude, look at
These
that.
Banshees are vulnerable to this Marine counterattack, so we're going to cloak our Banshees.
Cloak, 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 cloak!
and
Use
engage
cloak,
them
dude!
with our area effect
Use cloak!
missiles. Fortunately for us, those Marines have clustered up, which is exactly what you don't want to do against the Banshee.
You don't want to do that. Oh, you don't want to do that. No scan. Nope.
Now, the enemy has a sensor tower nearby, which is allowing him to detect our Banshees, and those missile turrets are engaging us. Well, the Banshee is very powerful against ground targets.
Dude, those missile turrets look badass as well. Like, am I the only one thinking that, like, these depots and turrets kind of look cool? And I guess that missile turrets didn't have detection. Like, you needed sensor towers. Look, 3 sensor towers.
It's just not tough enough to stand up to those missile turrets, and once again, we're forced to retreat.
And also, another thing I just noticed. Look at how the Banshees get hurt, right? Look in the health bar. They get hurt like in Brood War. But in StarCraft II, they just go from green to yellow to orange to red, right? It's like full color changes. But look here. They get hurt like in Brood War, like specific parts. That's so cool. Why did I remove that? Look at
These
this.
missile turrets are engaging us. Well, the Banshee is very powerful
You
against
see
ground
it?
targets. It's just not tough enough to stand up to those missile turrets, and once again, we're forced to retreat.
Why did I get rid of that? That's way better.
continue this attack on the enemy base, we're going to bring in our Reapers. This is a unit that you may remember from our original announcement demo. He's got his jump pack, which enables him to traverse this difficult terrain.
I thought he was going to say to jump.
The Reaper also has a new ability that you haven't seen yet. This is his demolition charge, which he can throw anywhere on the battlefield.
Oh, I've seen that.
Demolition charge takes a short time to go off,
Holy shit, that's like 10 seconds.
but once it explodes, it can do devastating damage to static enemy targets. The Reaper is also...
Bruh. Can we just see that one more time?
This is his demolition charge, which he can throw anywhere on the battlefield. The demolition charge takes a short time to go off, but once it explodes, it can do devastating
Dude,
damage
we need that.
to static enemy targets.
We need that.
The Reaper is also very powerful against the enemy's economy. We're going to move our Reapers into position here in this SCV stream and start to destroy the enemy's economy.
Now, funny thing. Look how... Oh, Planetary Fortress is finishing. He's gonna say that next, guaranteed. But against Reaper harassment, we make a Planetary Fortress. Look, he's gonna say that 100%. But look at the minerals. They're positioned like Brood War. In Brood War, you used to have minerals like kind of randomly placed like this. And they did it in StarCraft, but I guess they changed their mind. I never actually watched this video. I saw it recently, somehow suggested to me. I don't know why. And I started watching it. I watched like a minute and I was like, I'll stop and I'll watch it on stream because I thought it was really interesting. Check this out. He's gonna say it's Planetary Fortress, like to defend against Reapers.
It looks like the Terran commander is responding by transforming his command center into a planetary fortress. This is a powerful new Terran base defense that our Reapers simply don't have the firepower
Holy
to deal with.
shit. Wait, could you transform back and forth between orbital and planetary?
Like many Terran players, we have bases all over the map. As you can see here, our supply depots are blocking access into our base, preventing the enemy
noob.
from closing with our siege tanks and allowing us to shell them from range. Inside our fortified position here, we're going to use our SCV
What is
to
that?
build a new special Terran assault unit. This is the Thor. It's so large and so powerful that it's actually built out on the battlefield.
Dude, that's so cool!
Now, it might appear that we are trapped inside our base, but in StarCraft II, supply depots can be lowered into the ground into a special defensive position.
You can
that
lower
allows our
them?
units to
No, I'm
path
joking.
over them.
Dude,
Once
that's
we've
so
moved through,
cool.
we can raise our supply depots back into position to protect our siege tanks.
Against those Marines, that's right.
Better be an emergency. Order. Done deal. Oh, it's on.
Dude, this is so cool. Like, it's like a hero unit, but back then there was a mothership as well. Like, you see how slow it is? Like, look how slow it turns. The Thor, it's like
Now, you may notice that the Thor has some additional guns.
900 health.
These special artillery attacks can be used against tough targets like this enemy planetary fortress.
Wait,
Like
Did that
everything in
kill-
StarCraft II, the Thor does have his weaknesses.
wait, did that kill Planetary in like 6-7 seconds? Jesus Christ. These are the
This is
Diamondbacks.
a small, fast Terran hover tank. It can actually fire on the move, and it uses its powerful railguns to batter through the Thor's thick armor.
These are in campaign.
Notice the Thor turns very slowly. That's as fast as the Thor can actually turn. Makes the Thor very vulnerable to this kind of speedy attacker.
Speedy attacker. Because Thor is thick.
Now, in order to continue our attack on this enemy base, we're going to need to bring in some specialists.
Oh no.
We
What
really
is
couldn't
it?
see making StarCraft II without including the Ghost.
What abilities did it have? I'm so interested.
I'm all over it.
I'm all over it.
I'm here.
Man,
Ghost in StarCraft II is far more powerful than he was in the original StarCraft. In addition to his personal cloaking field, the Ghost can use his sniper rifle to deal lethal damage to enemy biological targets. The Ghost also has access to a number of calldowns. You've already seen our nuclear weapon. Now we'd like to show you the drop pods. This special ability allows the Ghost to summon squads of infantry anywhere he wishes.
Holy shit. Free Terran units? We need this. We need this to combat the evil that is the Zerg. This is it. Zerg has infested Marines. Terran just needs Marines. Dude, this game looks cool. When does this come out? Oh, seriously though? Like, can we all agree that we want StarCraft 1 voice packs on units as a, like, I'll pay for it, but, like, listen to this. Like, what do they say now in StarCraft? Yes, sir, I'll go attack. Look at this, listen to this.
Go, go, go.
That's badass, right there.
As you can see, the Terrans have a number of new powerful units and some classic units with some new abilities. All of these add up into a flexible and powerful side that is more than a match for any of their enemies on the battlefields of StarCraft II.
Dude, look at that. Wow. Give me drop pods, dude. Those are, I like drop pods. The Terran infestors. Wow. Now, okay, so a couple of things. The game is slow because back in the day, that was normal game speed. We were playing on fastest in StarCraft II. That's why the units move faster. So the game wasn't like that. It was just a normal speed. First thing I want to say is, this is what I'm talking about game design. Can we all agree, first of all, unit voice packs, that's what we want. Brood War into StarCraft II. We want that right now. Blizzard, just do it. Literally copy paste it. We buy it and that's it. Okay? We want that. We need that. Now, second thing. Can we all agree that these units, I'm not saying they're balanced, but are more fun to use than current Terran units? And this is what I always talk about. This looks like so much fun. Is the Thor broken? Hell yeah, it's broken. But how cool is it that you can build that big ass Thor on the middle of the battlefield and then it has an ability that's really strong? Diamondbacks sucks. I think Hellions are better. But the Ghost with the calldown? Dude. Like, imagine taking a listen to me. Taking a medevac drop, putting 4 ghosts, dropping into enemy base, landing drop pods, and then nuking the enemy base. Like, how cool is that? Like, plays. That's what I'm doing. And you can drop pod bio on top of banelings, like just suiciding them, and on top of like other siege tanks. Man. And also the missile turrets and the depot skins look really cool. Like, really, really cool. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I really like those missile turrets. I think they're cool. Maybe they could be a little bit more HD, but other than that, they look cool. It's funny because I wanted to watch this video with you guys because you can see how the game started and where we're at now and how the games evolve. Like, siege things are pretty much same, right? Like Vikings, pretty much same. But they were so much, I feel like the units were so much more unique. And I feel that the Terran ones specifically these days, mostly they just do damage, siege, or siege. That's Terran army in a nutshell. But if you look here, every unit, like, I feel like has its own role and they have interesting abilities. but not where it's like mass spellcasters, but the units have abilities. Like you use them and then have a long ass cooldown. So you have to use them smart. And it felt more like an RTS rather than micro mechanic fest. And yeah, every unit had its purpose and it was unique. That's what I like. I would love to hear your guys' opinion, whether you're watching this together with me on Twitch or if you're watching this later on YouTube. And if you guys are interested, we can watch the Protoss and the Zerg ones as well. Let me know down in the comments below. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.